am Crystal Keys, and welcome to Workplace Keys to Success, a channel that brings you an unfiltered, no-nonsense approach to surviving workplace bullying. Did you know that emotional disorders like depression and anxiety put a significant burden on society through healthcare expenses and more? Well, we're going to talk about workplace bullying and its negative impacts to our mental and physical health as targets as a society to workplace bullying. But before we proceed, I want to remind you to subscribe and like, and also share your experiences below kindly. Share your successful strategies. Let's help others overcome workplace bullying. Well, a substantial negative correlation exists between the vulnerabilities to workplace bullying and mental health and security. Now, the bullying conduct by managers caused a reduction in health and wellness of the targets that experience bullying. Workplace bullying brings about negative and social deficiencies driving exposure to depression through social rejection. Study finds employees targeted to workplace bullying and victimized over time have increased significant depressive symptoms. Narcissistic bullies create a work environment of mistrust, causing exhaustion, stress, depression, and decreased job performance, not just for the target, but everyone around. Specialists report workplace bullying causes many health consequences, including clinical depression, panic attacks, high blood pressure, stomach disorders, heart palpitations, irritable bowel syndrome, and sexual dysfunction. Another researcher, Dr. Teresa Daniel, determined that homicide and further physical aggression exist within a string of bullying types of abuse. It is connected with domestic assault, harassment, intimidation, emotional violence, threats, distress. It creates anxiety and an atmosphere of mistrust in the workplace. There have also been cases of narcotic drug use associated with workplace bullying by the target or the bully and or the bully. Organizations within the United States spend roughly $300 billion annually based on increased workplace stress, losses to production, poor attendance, decreased levels of retention, and increased healthcare expenses. Estimated reports indicate that healthcare claims and production liabilities can reach 100,000 per employee annually. How does this happen? Hostility, anger, antagonism, cruelty, and aggression are synonymous forms of bullying and violence in the workplace. Defamation of character or public humiliation, assassination from verbal affront may be interpreted as slanderous, resulting in lawsuits, but it's also workplace bullying. Physical violence, including hitting, pushing, shoving, slapping, grabbing, hurting, workplace bullying, and also illegal. Frequent tirades within the workplace constitute poor judgment, but are generally not considered workplace bullying. According to a WBI, so the Workplace Bullying Institute, it created a survey and found 71% of workplace bullying targets required treatment from physicians, and 63% of them saw a mental health specialist for their job-related symptoms. 5 main health issues were reported in 2012, also by WBI. They include anxiety at 72%, loss of concentration at 71%, disrupted sleep 71%, anxiety disorder symptoms associated with PTSD 60%, stress headaches 55%, and loss of job at 65%. I know that's not a health and physical, but it could end up being that because of job loss. Now, these results are from the 2012 survey, and I know a lot has changed since then. So I wanted to do a survey on my own. I wanted to see what the statistics were for 2020. So a big thank you, shout out to everyone who participated in my survey. The number one negative health impact incurred from workplace bullying, again, is anxiety. So in 2012, 2020, anxiety causes employees not to be able to perform their job to their full potential, to their full capacity. Anxiety doesn't just shut off at the end of a work shift, we take that home with us. So now anxiety affects our home life, our social life. Does walking into your job cause a tightening in your stomach? Does constant worry about work make you physically ill? Well, at some point, everyone feels the effects of stress, especially in the state that we're in the world of the pandemic. Not everyone handles stress the same. Stress causes individuals to seek comfort through alcohol, drugs, suicidal thoughts at times. Then these solutions makes matters worse for everyone when we don't proactively try to figure out how to handle and deal with workplace bullying and anxiety. There is help. First, the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline provides 24/7 free and confidential support, prevention, and crisis resources for you, for me, individuals in distress. That number is 800-273-8255. There are some coping strategies that can be effective if a person worries, fears, or anxiety attacks are not too severe. Well, you can do some journaling for processing. Writing down your worries does help. It's therapeutic. Well, there are other options, including counseling, practicing breathing, prayer, exercising, meditation, and music. Well, third, let's not forget, what do we need to do to stop workplace bullying? How do we cut it off at the top? Well, knowing that workplace bullying can end with you is a start. Stand up for yourself. Number one, you need to document all misconduct. Keep a journal at all times. Then you need to communicate all misconduct. Well, how do we do that? You can file a complaint within your organization, follow the chain of commands. You also can inform HR. If you feel like this is not going to go anywhere or you have experienced it not going anywhere, you can also file a state complaint. Every state has a civil rights commission's office where you can file regionally what is going on. You also need to keep meticulous records of your accomplishments and the projects and activities that you have been working on completing, what you have contributed to the organization. You want to show your worth and that you're an asset. You can also use these mandatory one-on-ones and mid-year reviews, annual performance reviews. Use them as the stage to tell your story of how exceptional you've done throughout the year with your performance. You also need to model and support ethical conduct. You need to attend and participate in training. That's anything ethically, anti-bullying trainings, any and everything to help get you the knowledge you need of how to deal with workplace bullying. You can also select a therapist. Counseling is great for processing what's happening. Find an attorney that specializes in workplace bullying, workplace harassment, and implement an ultimatum for yourself. Tell yourself, what do I need to do to make this stop? You need to transfer. You need to consider disability, workman's comp. You need to find a new job, change careers. Well, hopefully what I've provided to you, ladies and gentlemen, has been of some help. I know it has not been easy. It's not been easy for my family. I know other families. I'd like for us to stay connected. You can stay connected by subscribing. This will allow you to get notifications of new content on a weekly basis. Well, thank you for tuning in and have a great work week.